Hi everyone, my name is Bola Adebisi. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you today. Our topic for this presentation is Demystifying government contracts and tenders, aid for the absolute beginners. The target of the presentation is the average SME, be they in fashion, business, be they in office, cleaning, janitorial services, it could be in print production, it could be in PR, any business, any SME business who is doing fine or not doing so fine, but wants to improve turnover, who wants to go to the next level, who wants to enter a phase of good qualitative growth. These are people who should watch this presentation. Let's start by looking at terms and definitions that are commonly used in contracts and tendering. I will be mentioning about 4 of them for the purpose of this presentation. You'll be hearing things like RFQ, which means request for quotation, RFP, request for proposals, ITT, invitation to tender, ITB, invitation to bid. Do not be confused with these terms. They're usually very simple and they mean virtually the same thing. It simply means there is a buyer who is asking suppliers and vendors to quote or to make offers for goods and services which the buyer wants to procure. It doesn't go beyond that. Now, we should be able to go ahead to look at tender processes. What are the processes for awarding tenders? For this presentation, at this level, I'll be looking at 4 processes to award a contract. The first one is open procedure. The second one is restricted procedure. The third one is competitive dialogue. And the fourth one is negotiable procedure. The first one, open procedure, is just about what it says. It's a procedure that allows virtually everybody who sees the advert or the notice to put in a bid or a tender or a quotation. The tenders so submitted are checked, evaluated, and the best of them is the person who wins, who gets the award. What do I mean by the best? There's a term that you need to bear in mind also, that is meet most economically advantageous tender. And it has essentially 3 components. Cost, is it the cheapest? Is it the best in terms of delivery? Is it the best in terms of quality? The buyer wants to have value for money. The one that meets these 3 criteria is the person that gets the award. And usually the award is publicized, the person gets a letter of award, and there it goes. The next one is the restricted procedure. This is usually a 2-stage procedure. The first stage is pre-qualification. That's when they use the term PQQ, pre-qualification questionnaire. In this stage, it's mostly documentation. The questionnaire is sent out to as many suppliers as possible. They complete the questionnaires, send documents, return it. These documents and the questionnaires are evaluated, and a number of them are selected to produce to the next stage. The next stage that you go to is the stage we call the tender stage, and that's what we use of. That's when they use the term ITT, invitation to tender. It is when they have submitted their tender within the given time, these tenders are evaluated and the winner is announced. The person who someone is informed that, okay, yes, your tender has been successful. That person that goes. The next one is competitive dialogue. This applies to complex, high-value contracts, where those who can get involved with it, usually the big companies, and they are invited to come and put in their bids or proposals, and the most advantage of them is selected. The fourth one is negotiable procedure. This is a situation where even the client, the buyer, is not sure of the technical specifications of what they want. And usually, they are involved in case of high technology projects. like nuclear reactors, even for generating power, or for defense, or people, or when they want to put satellites into orbit. And those who have the technology, there are not that many. Maybe 1 or 2 companies in the world that is involved. They will invite them to come and sit down. Give us, this is what we want to achieve. We know we have the goal that we want to reach, but we're not sure exactly how to get there. So this company will sit down, do design, give proposals, and they will now evaluate and look for funding. Sometimes even the contractor may be involved in the funding. You know, this is negotiable procedure, and it's the last one. The next thing you want to ask me is, how do we find these tenders? The simple answer was also you can find these tenders everywhere, anywhere. But let's bear in mind that most of these tenders are advertised in newspapers, then the website of the organizations, and they can be, you can get information about tenders with network, during network events. You need to get close to your colleagues, talk to them from time to time, attend meetings of your associations. These are areas where you can pick up tenders. And there are no other fast rule about it. But newspapers have a lot to do with tenders and websites. There are some dedicated websites that are dedicated to tenders. You need to, and also there are tender alerts to which you can subscribe and pay. So let's now look at things that you as a business need to do if you want to move into contract and tender business. I would say the first thing is for you to focus on your area of core competence. You should not be a jack of all trades. Don't go to a ministry or department and say, oh, I will do anything. You must make up your mind, what do you do? I'm a printer, I'm into pre-production. I'm into stage design for theater. No matter what you do, there's somebody who needs it. The second thing that you need to do is don't try to be a loner. Don't go it alone. There are times that you need to cooperate with others to form partnership. If you're in building construction, for instance, you may be a very good person with plumbing skills. You may have painting skills that will be missing. If the three of you come together, you can actually get a building project that will be big. The mason does the masonry, the plumbing does his own, the painter does his own, and then you have a big, complete project. So also, it's also important for you to be ready to be a subcontractor. If you know a big contractor that's won the contract, you can go to the person with the company and say, look, we know you'll be awarded the construction of this bridge or road. We are in this other business, and we know we can work for you. There's nothing wrong with it. These are things that you need to do if you want to enter the world of contracts, you want to grow your business, you want to get to the next level. Conclusion, I'd like to make 2 or 3 points across to you. Tenders represent opportunities for you to grow your business, and you can make a lot of money for yourself and for the company. However, a number of other points are important. Your network is important. The network of people you can reach, people can think of you and your business. Then you must persevere. If you try and you don't win the first tender or the second tender, don't give up. As they say, winners never quit, quitters never win. And also bear in mind that he who dares win. In any case, as you have been in business for quite some time, you know there's nothing ventured, nothing gained. Thank you very much. Hope you have enjoyed watching this presentation, and you have enjoyed, you've learned a thing or two from it. If this is so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like me on Facebook. Thank you very much.